one. Alright, welcome everybody, and I'm back. Yeah, today I had a good day. Yesterday I had not enough time to get to the drawing because I had to wait for my father-mother to come home. So, yeah, I had no time, so... what is going on here? No. I thought I had everything under control, god damn it. Hold on, one sec. God damn it. It's really annoying when things happen, you know, when this happens. So, not handy dandy. Just one sec. Just one sec. I need to close this as well because otherwise I'll... Yeah, there you go. This is a full screen. This needs to be there, and then it needs to be going here, and now it needs to be on the full screen part, and now it should be visible as well. There you go. Wait, what? Why are you not full screen correctly? That's my quick question. Like, why are you not? Because you're not fully in the... You're not fully on the screen. You little rat. You little rascal. Where's the... Wait a minute. Where's the mouse of it? It's there, but why is it not there? Seems like I have a problem here. The problem is that this is not fully placed. So why do I have this there and this needs... why is it like this? Needs to be right over there. But this is shown now way too big. So no. Come on. Come on. No. No. Come on. Fuck it, I will put it like this, and then I need to put this under there. No, like... needs to be here. Yes. Alright. Now I have everything fixed, and it should be fine now. Jeez Louise, you had me scary. You had me scared for a moment. There you go. Well, it happens. It happens. It happens. One more thing, just in case. I'll put this there, and then put that. No. There you go. There you go. And then you know that should be working. Yeah, that works. That works. All right. Going back to what I was doing beforehand. So today, yes, today I'm gonna be going to do this. Gonna continue with the wing. So it's gonna be over here, and then put that back there. So I'm gonna be working an hour again on this. Sorry about yesterday because I had some busy work then. Had to watch the dog, so, and there was cement placed in the backyard, so I couldn't let the dog go out. So that's why. But I don't have to go this zoomed out. Yeah. So yeah, everything works fine. Let's see if this is point target. Yes, it is. All right, it's still calibrated. Good. Good. All nailing now. Put this there, that on. There you go. Fix that problem before I started. Nice. So today I'm gonna be continue doing the oh, that's a big one. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on the feathers now. But yeah, that's what I do today. So today I'm gonna be continuing with it, so I'm hoping that this is all working fine. Probably not, because, you know, it sometimes bugs out, sometimes it doesn't, but I had a little surprise, and that surprise was very scary to look at. Getting this away, that's like, no bueno. Having the size gone, that's like, ooh, not helpful. Not helpful at all. That means that I did something wrong then, back when yesterday maybe. Don't know what, but, you know, something happened. So yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. I need to make sure that I have this pressure. I always forget that. To put some pressure on the pencil, otherwise I will not have the strokes to be able to get. Otherwise I will have very fake, not very detailed feathers at the end. So you're probably wondering what the hell is going on, and that is that I'm doing the feathers. And the feathers are important because otherwise I will not have the right texturized amount that I want to continue to let it look on the wings itself. I'm trying to get this all fixed up, so that's what I'm doing now, only the empty part, and then, you know, fill it up when I'm doing the midsection, before I do the midsection again. Let's see, so this is gonna be a long draw of same repetitive motions most of the times. Also, I've seen some new gameplays of some new games that are gonna come out soon, and I'm like, ooh, that's not very good. So glad I'm not curious to play those games. Thank God, I was never in those games. Well, I am into the. You know, I was into 1 and 2, but not in 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the real part. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. There you go. This should work well. So, the main idea here is that I'm doing the amount of, you know, work before I'm starting with the textures. I'm just doing the outlines of the feather that I'm going to be using, and then, you know, put the texture on top of it. This way, it will create natural drawn feathers that look nice and similar, but still have some different point of views, probably. Anyway, let's see how far I need to go now. Probably takes so much time to get to that, to get to the end point of it, the pointy stick of it. It's so hard to do that, you know. When you're drawing and you have like a lot of textures that do go around, and you realize like, how long is it gonna take for me to reach there? And then I'm looking like, oh god, that's a lot. So yeah, I'm working with it, working around with it. Probably gonna be doing my very best upon it, you know. So, I'm almost there, so that's gonna be like here's the point of the ending point. So I need to remind that. I need to draw there. So yeah, once this whole wing is done, I will be very happy because that way it makes sure that all wing parts are finished. And then I can finally put some texturize in it, or some texture in it. So I need to remind myself I need to make sure that I don't have these big giant gap wings. So I need to keep in mind that I need to have, well, not pointy wings, but not too sharp of a wing. Because if I go too sharp or too wide, they don't look very nice. Now I need to move way down. There. So yeah, I'm now going back there. Fix this up because that needs to be up again. There you go. Move that part, and then go there and put this on. So the idea is that I'm going to be, So yeah, go back again on drawing feathers again. We have now succeeded at, getting one feather type, and then soon this all will be, same. So yeah, I'm getting there. Just take some time to get to the other side of this whole thing, and then eventually this whole thing will be fixed up, and then I'm done. So this whole thing, all of these parts of the wing are not the same parts as this part. That's why I need to keep myself reminding that I need to not put them on the same bloody damn layer, otherwise I will not be able to remove them or add them. So yeah, I'm getting there, but it just takes some more time to get to them. Also, it's very hard to do, so that's why I'm doing it in a way like this. So yeah. So like this, and you can go up like that. So the main idea here is that once I'm just doing this, you know, it's very repetitive, but it's necessary for the effect to kick in, because otherwise uh, the feathers on the inside of the wing look the same as the ones that are coming from the outside, so these ones. And I don't want that to happen. And that's why I'm doing it anyway. I want to keep these textures like, I need to keep the textures repetitive, but I need to make sure that once I'm doing, you know, feathers and all that stuff, I need to keep in mind that they're very difficult to draw. Especially on 380p, because, you know, that's different. If I would go for like, if I had a better PC, I would have gone way more. This way I can actually create better looking feathers than these. Because now I'm having really trouble getting the feathers done. Because of the amount of, you know, pixels I can use. Instead of the pixels that I have. So I need to deal with the pixels I have with. So this is why I'm gonna go for this kind of approach with feathers. So it's gonna be dark in the middle, and then, you know, on the middle and in the middle side itself, it's a little bit stretched up, and the feather is gonna be lightened up from the top. Will create a very general appeal of the feather, but it's not the best one looking. Not the greatest one at all. So yeah. Sometimes it's getting really hard to draw them. Because it's either the amount of color, color that is having a problem with it. The pixels itself have trouble merging. I need to make, and you most likely need to make the best of it. I'm doing this like, you know, normally I'm not doing feathers. Most likely I'm doing the skills or anything else like that. So for me to draw like feathers, it's really hard for me to do most of the times. Anyway. And I also have like the drawing of the feathers itself have a problem with the amount of detail I can put into them is sometimes not very high. And I wish that I have a way to do that better, but you know, I'm stuck with these things. I'm stuck with these kind of feathers. They're not bad at all, anyway. Don't get me wrong here. They're not bad, but they sometimes feel a little bit different, a little bit outdated. Ugh. And, you know, feathers are feathers. And I'm getting better at it anyway. The more I practice, the more better I will get at this software, but you know, it takes some time to learn. It takes some time to adapt, it takes some time to understand what I'm dealing with, how I'm dealing with it. Gladly, this thing does not take that much of a memory drain on the PC itself, so I'm happy that works. So yeah, try to get better at this, but holy hell, this is difficult. Yeah. This is the downside of, you know, you're not using too many strength upon the drawing. So that's most like the most difficult part of it anyway. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Alright, I need to quick fix this because otherwise this is gonna get looking way blurrier than it should be. So how do we do that? Well, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Just like that. This should have fixed it. I hope it did. Oh, it did. It did. It definitely did. It definitely did fix it. Good. So the amount of, you know, drawing upon the heavy, heavy part of the drawing is now gone. So it doesn't have any more of these big giant. I did use smaller feathers there. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You know, you can only see when things are done. So, continuing on it. Ugh. No, that's so not done. Also, this gum does not break the lines that much. Yep. Come on, go back to me. Come on. There you go. Legs back there. Just tiny little feathers, you know. But eventually, you know, this will add up. I just need to make sure that I have like some reasonable amount of feathers that I can find a start midsection as well. So I have at least some start with it, and then I can fill it up, and then, you know, eventually it looks better than now. Now it just looks very dull. Even with only the feathers, it looks very dull itself. And there it is. Gone. So yeah, hold on. Now we'll go now to here. Now we can actually focus on the other side, so we can now focus on these things again. So what I just did was like, you know, I'm gonna be changing our position so that my hand does not interlock. Well, my wrist. Is it called a wrist? I don't know. The thing where, you know, where the hand is connected to. I think it's called a wrist. So to make sure that the wrist doesn't interlock or gets overstressed, I'll switch to back to the other part. So this is more like, so that's different kind of motion than the other one beforehand. And this should cause your hand a little bit less stressful, probably. And if not, then well, you know, we know the problem then. My problem is always that, so, oh boy, that's like that amount, alright, so like this amount I need big chunks, but not too big. Big chunks, but not too big. Yeah, big chunks. Big chunks, come on, big chunks. Small big chunks. I'm also very happy that I have the reference behind, well, at the other side, so that actually gives me sendable sense of how and what I need to focus on when drawing these things. Like for instance, if I want to know how this all adds up to each other, I just need to take a look, and eventually I will find out, like, yes, this part needs to be connected to that, so I need to make sure it has that kind of pattern or this kind of pattern on the wings part. I'm also not touching the wings at all. That's because, you know, I want to be quick with it and I want to make it smoothless. Normally if you overdraw over the wing, you have this, you know, area where it is not shown very well, and then, you know, you need to fix that. Also, my hand is way different when moving this, so I'm glad I changed for a bit. But this takes a lot of space. Now I can see where the drawings. Alright, so I scratched a little bit in the middle, so this is all scratched up. My bad, tablet, my bad. I'll fix it. I'll fix you later. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, tablet. I did not know. I did not know that you were so vulnerable to scratches. If I would have known, I would have not attempted that angle that much. Anyway, continuing on drawing this. Beautiful work. Just draw the feathers. Always draw feathers. If you are drawing the feathers, you know, like this, most likely the things that are, you know, when you're doing things just go very well then. And we're almost half an hour in. Oh, nice. So yeah, I'm getting close to it. So, let's see how far we are. We're not even there yet. We're not even there yet. Come on. go. So now I need to check some out a little bit. You can already see that this now looks way better than beforehand, because otherwise I would not. Oh boy. Did I draw too hard? I drew too hard, didn't I? Let's see, did I draw too hard? Yes, I did. Right over here at that place. So just to make sure this is less drawable. There you go. Less hard drawn. No, I cannot help that. Sorry about that. I'll try my very best to just change that up later. Let's see. So we're almost there, we're almost at that point. Good. So, yeah, alright. Switching back to the wing, and then it should be fine. What is the bleeping? Come on, tell me. The mute. No, I did not mute this for now. I did not. Yep, I did not. My bad. My bad. My bad. Alright. Going back to there. Holy hell, that's some wacky shearable. That's not a very angly. That's not a very good one, because it is not very straight in one line. Then I should now remove none of it. Right? I need to remove some of it. That should work. It's a little bit less confusing to look at. Ouch. Scratching. Ugh. And then we're going back here. So yeah. Sometimes this is gonna get really hard to do, so I don't blame people. Now we're going back to the parts where we were. Yeah. There you go. Push. This is so hard to do. Constantly focusing on how to draw feathers is like, whoosh. Everything looks the same, everything looks the same. Especially if you're zoomed in like this. Well, at least I'm getting somewhere, so that's a good point, because otherwise I wouldn't be done anything else. So since I'm getting somewhere anyway, oh my. I'm getting somewhere, so that's a plus. It's just for how long I can get somewhere anyway. Let's see. So we now have fixed this, so that means that we can now continue down. What a difference. Yeah, what a difference. If I'm filling it up, it makes so much difference. Holy hell, that's a lot of difference. Saving time, just in case. You know, you don't want to get caught here by a lot of it. Alright, so. How far do I have? 6 or 5 more minutes left. Well, that's a good enough amount. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this anyway. So yeah, feathers. Things that go on birds. A very difficult problem that most of my experiments come around is like, you know, how do I get this texture? With what kind of motion do I need to do it? What kind of brush do I need to have for it? And then, you know, eventually you will get to it. So if you want to create fur, yeah, like this, and you can go for, I don't know. So yeah, you can make some strange fucking textures if you want to go for anything. It just makes so much sense, you know, if you create something and then you realize like maybe it was not that great, and then you know it's too late almost. Just remember that, you know, everything that you try to draw can be very easily created if you just find out how the motions work, how it looks like. So if I draw like this and I create like this, it's very non-abstract, but you know, you have the chameleon eye already almost. So you can see if I then add textures to it, like here, and then you know here, you know, like here, and then go from here as well. And the bigger you draw, the better the textures look like. So if I will go for a bigger version of it, you know, I can draw here and then, yeah, I can then go for here, and I can draw here and here. You see already where this is going. So it all depends on how you draw things. It all depends on how the motions look like, how the textures look like. So the tinier you go, the less texture you go for. But the tinier you go, the more problematic your hand becomes if you draw tiny. So you need to keep that in mind as well. So yeah, I'm trying to get myself a good motion up on it, a good draw up on it. Keep myself making sure that I'm not drawing too hard upon the tablet, because you know I don't want to have this thick blackness upon it. So I don't want to have this. That's not what I want. I want to have this. You know? Well, not that. This. No, not that amount, but you get the point. So it all depends on how it all feels. And that sometimes can be very annoying to deal with because of all the stuff that walks around it, or like you have one day off and then you know you need to go back and you need to have the same feeling as beforehand. That's like that takes a couple of practices. Like if I would have done that like next year or the year after that, I will have more experience upon how to draw, how to take care of, you know, this. Like I can draw with this wooden pencil scraping around, you know. But if I would change it up, like for instance with yeah, let's go for that one. That's a very easy one to explain. So if I would go for like this, well, that's a little bit big. If I will go for like 5 size like this, no, 5 size like this, there you go. I have this way too small, way too big. So I have like this, and then I can go for like, you know, 5. So there you go, and then I can go for this and this. You know, this is the stiff brush, which is quite handy dandy if you want to draw lines. But because it is a stiff, you need to make sure that you have the line like 1 pixel ahead, so you can actually focus on, you know, draw it in, and then you can go for like, you know, the eyes, and then, you know, the snout, whatever, and then you know, tooths. So yeah, it all depends on what kind of brush you're using, and then you need to realize how you can use it in which way. Also, zooming in and zooming out is actually quite important, because of otherwise you will have loose in detail most of the time, because you can actually you can actually do it very accurate if you zoom in or zoom out. So I'm now not zooming out because I know that I have 2 things that I need to take care of, which are the parts that are actually left and right. Which of course I don't mind using because of all the stuff I'm doing. So I'm just been zooming in and zooming out upon it. I need to just keep in mind that I'm keeping up with the same amount of angle of the skills that were on this part. So I technically cheated there using way too small of them, way too small of a feathers. So now I'm changing back up to the original, and now it should be fixed without changing a dime. So that's the idea of it. Like if you have a problem with the amount of, you know, things you need to deal with, you can always try to blend it in or make it obscure, which therefore people don't see the mistake you made while making the pattern, because the pattern can be very hard to do in inconsistency, because patterns are like, well, they are movements, and movements can sometimes be errors if you have like distracted because you saw a bird, or you were distracted because you were hungry, and then you came back and you were like, I really would like to watch that movie next time, and you were thinking about watching the movie instead of looking at your patterns, then, well, you know, you were distracted. And that can sometimes change up a lot of stuff. Like you were very detail busy, and then the next hour you were not detailed at all. Well, you did not you did not use the details very well. So what I'm doing now is actually changing up the pattern to the original one on the other side. I have both drawn, so it doesn't matter, but I know now that I know how much of a pattern I need. So now I will continue using that pattern instead of the other one. I will try to keep in check of making it not too pointy, not too wide, and then I can just fill up the feathers. I can just fill up the feathers, and then I can just continue. I could fill up these as well as looking as these, but then, you know, they will blend in, and therefore the whole idea of getting these things details and these things not is gonna be going to waste. So I will not do that. So as you can see, it's very hard to keep a steady walk towards it, because not everything has a gape hole into it. I also need to make sure that I'm not using too wide of a feathers. So anyway, if we now take a look at it from the other side, like this, you can actually see that the amount of bird there is actually quite a lot. But also the moth part is going to be showing soon. So working on a wing takes a lot of time and effort, but eventually you will get there. But since, as I told you before, people make mistakes if they do this too long. Also, it's not very good for your hand to do this, like I did, up close and everything is, and your hand is now as stiff as a doornail. That means that, well, all the muscles inside of it are not very well oiled. So, I need to take a break then. That means that I'm gonna be calling it today a day, because, it has been an hour in almost, and, when I'm drawing these things, I like to, keep it at 1 hour, and then, the next day I'm gonna continue. But tomorrow it's gonna be Saturday, so then there will be nothing. So until Monday then again, I hope, if I can get it on time. So, I saved it, right? I saved it. Did I save it? Yes, I did. Alright, I hope you'll have a nice day, and, anyway, thanks for watching, and, until then, bye!